Alrighty, well hello there, I am Josie and this is my pregnancy for 22 weeks, 2 days update. And I'm going to try and get through this very quick. So normally I try not to get them out this late, but I know I'm not going to do it tomorrow. I got a sick toddler, which is why it's late because they've already woken up a couple times. So pretty much the only real update I have are two, and that's dietary and then just health concerns. And so dietary, I've been thinking about it. I don't think I'm just swelling. I think I am in fact gaining weight a little bit quicker, and I have done a couple swaps and a couple mindset changes going forwards, and I've already actually noticed it helping. So no longer going to do breakfast cereal or cold cereal when I'm just craving it with either regular dairy or with almond milk, because the almond milk it somewhat satisfies the craving, but it doesn't fully satisfy it. So I end up having like 2 bowls instead of just 1. And then as far as the dairy goes, I kind of feel bad and bloated, and then I have like IBS like symptoms afterwards. So I mean, there is some level of lactose intolerance in my family, but with my other 2, the full-term pregnancies, I was able to drink milk, and it was actually somehow I could metabolize it then well, or digest it then I think is the correct word well. This time, not so much. So we're doing soy milk, and that has actually been helping. It's been satisfying the craving, and I'm not having the pain or the super bloat afterwards, which super bloat while pregnant is like super bloated feeling. And then I'm trying to eat a little bit more red meat and iron, because I do think that with all the milk I was drinking, and like I believe they like fortify almond milk with calcium, that kind of inhibits your iron absorption, and I'm already like very turned off to red meat. So going ahead and trying to actually really be more regimented. So I get my kids in bed, I do a quick cleanup, and then while I get my water for the night, I take all my stuff, which is what I should have always been doing, but I've been like consistent for the past week, and it's been, I think, pretty good. So, and then the third thing is previous midwives with pregnancy 1 and 2 full term, they didn't have an issue really with me eating fish, just no raw fish. And so the new place that I'm going to, they're a little more strict on their guidance for how much fish you should eat and what kind. But considering my other pregnancies were perfectly healthy, I'm gonna allow myself to have more fish. I am salivating right now thinking about fish, even though I just ate. I had an enchilada. So like I can eat red meat if I really mix a lot of things with it, but red meat is one of those repulsive things. So, I mean, I might feel a little bit sick later or this morning when I wake up because of that, but iron, it's important. And then the second thing is I am finding with the weight of my uterus growing, I noticed that this started happening after my second pregnancy, after the delivery. And I think that this is actually going to be an issue. If you look up the word Rectocele, it's like a form of prolapse. I'm not going to go any further into it because I don't know what terms, and Rectocele is pretty much, basically I'm going to ask my practitioner, midwife, about it at my next prenatal visit, and for resources to plan, because what I've been looking into about it and what it looks like is happening down there, and what I have found online in images that look like they fit it, it looks like a mild form. But if it's already getting worse, the larger I'm getting from possibly just the weight of the pregnancy, then what's it going to be like after delivery? And this is something that like I would like to prepare for, considering I'd like to have a tubal as well. And these are all just surgeries, abdominal, and then like just all in that area. So I gotta plan ahead for it, and it doesn't necessarily look like it's gonna be super fun, but fortunately it doesn't look like I have anything crazy. But basically I'm noticing this start, and every time I crouch or I'm going to the bathroom, it's like I feel that thing that you see some women talking about, like, oh, my insides, it feels like they're falling out. And I'm having a little bit of that feeling, but not just like my pelvic floor is weak, because I think my muscles are actually pretty strong, but more further up. Tissues between organs inside, not necessarily the base layer of muscle on the very bottom. So those will not be necessarily in these pregnancy updates, but in future recovery ones. And now, as my dead eyes, because I am so tired and I still need to take a shower, let's go ahead and just, one, I'll show you, I was 145.2. Here's me stepping on the scale. There's an overlay proof. That's what I was this morning. I don't know what I am right now, and I'm not going to step on the scale. But then 3, this is going to be super casual. Let me just reset up the camera, and then we'll just see what I look like at the end of the day, even though it doesn't match the weight that I was this morning. Hello. Okay, so here we are. Well, let me go back further. Yep, that's nothing crazy. I like the fact the distance, very pregnant. And then again, the concerns of the stomach, I think maybe I'll actually be an outie this time. Move that. So, I still have those little red bumps, but they're not as itchy and there's fewer. So whatever flare-up I had when I was talking about pregnancy-related folliculitis, I don't actually know that it's going to be a super issue. I did feel like earlier today I saw the start of what looked to be like the iconic black line down the stomach, but I couldn't tell if that was just the divot from my abdominals and shadow catching it. And to be honest, like, I don't think we're going to be able to really know that until next week or 2 weeks or so as time keeps going on. Because something that I noticed with my first pregnancy and second pregnancy, I really feel like a lot of the weird stuff or the possible pigmentation type things happened more so once the 3rd trimester came along. So there's still a few more weeks to go. Anyway, thank you for sticking along as far as you did and hearing out. And then if you're someone who has dealt with like issues with what is it, you know, like after childbirth and stuff, like things just feeling different, that's pretty normal. But something that I was told and why I think it's worth like investigating is just because it's viewed as normal because of how often something like that happens doesn't mean that it's just normal. So that's how I'm kind of treating the stuff going forward. And thank you for watching. I just kind of rambled at the end there. And hopefully next week I'll actually be able to do it Monday, but at least I did it Tuesday at like 11 at night. All right, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.